Attention, Cinsomniacs, this is Mr. Lobo with your weekly announcement. We've been getting a little bit of criticism that these have been maybe a little too long. We apologize for that. We don't want to waste too much of your precious time. I mean, honestly, we're trying to save you time. If we wrote all this stuff down, would you read it? I mean, you could play this while you're eating your cornflakes, while you're eating your Ambush Universe Reese's cereal. While you're showering. We don't have to have all of your attention while the weekly announcement is happening, but we do want you to know all the things that we're doing, and we're always doing a lot. This is a great time to be a Cinsomniac. There have been so many times where there'd be crickets, there'd be nothing to announce. We were dead in our tracks, but things are on fire. Casa Fuego. Right now here I've got my black tie on. I'm getting ready to do an induction for Rod Serling. He's being inducted into the Horror Host Hall of Fame. This will be presented on screen as part of a slideshow on August 19th at Horror Hound, Indiana, 11 a.m. in the Pinecone Room, or wherever it actually really is. If you're happening to be in Indiana, if you're at Horror Hound, find out who's getting inducted. Go to the Horror Host Hall of Fame Facebook page and see if your favorite horror hosts have been inducted. Rod Serling was a huge influence on Mr. Lobo, so this is a huge honor for me to present him this award. We also would like to talk about our broadcast opportunities. Aaron, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
We just got a new station, you say?
Yeah, 32 channels now, I believe.
32 channels. That's a lot of channels. Millions of households being reached with our content. Oh, I hate that word, content. with our labor of love, our work of art, our gift to the world. It's going out to all those stations. Our brand new station is TVSA in San Antonio, Texas. Oh, they're gonna love Mr. Lobo down in Texas. I can't wait for those letters. It's gonna be great. War of the Planets. Big episode. One of the greatest, a little biased, one of the greatest horror host show crossovers of all time. Creature features and Cinema Insomnia across timelines with a battle of hosts. Mr. Lobo gets punched in the face by John Stanley of Creature Features.
The first time John Stanley punched me.
It is the first time he punched me. He only threw me down in Nightmare in Blood, when he was on Nightmare in Blood. At the end of that episode, he gets in a time machine and goes to the future. In War of the Planets, he comes back from the future with Cosmonauty Prime. And the two of them take over the show and introduce Mr. Lobo to Romana at the end of the episode. So,
and it was funny, we were watching it, remembering that the whole reason John Stanley cowboy punches you is referencing the movie. But then it became like a John Stanley trademark after that moment.
Yeah. That's definitely we're aping a scene from the movie, but it was definitely...
John did it better than the movie.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of outshined the movie.
Yeah.
Aaron famously recut the movie. It's a better movie somehow, too. If you've seen War of the Planets before, Aaron's version of it is a little more coherent.
You think it's bad when you watch the episode until you see the full version.
The Blu-ray that's coming out, and we're very excited about the Blu-ray. Beautiful cover by Dixie Delamorto Lobo. We've got the whole episode, nothing but the episode, AI enhanced version of the episode. AI audio enhanced, AI visually enhanced. 4 new segments that were found and reintroduced into the episode. So it's longer than it's been before. It was weird because it was like 4:3.
Yeah, it was shot widescreen, but then whoever shot it transferred it to 4:3 and Spaghetti Western squished it.
So we stretched it to fill the full frame, and it looks great. And then we also include the animated Matt Mercury cartoon, The Mind Reels, which includes our characters, John's version of John from that episode, my version of me from that episode, Cosmonauti Prime from that episode, and Romana.
Yeah.
So those characters from that episode all carry over into this animated episode of Matt Mercury. So that's included on there too. And then there's 2 versions of John Stanley's interview.
Yep. Well, two separate interviews.
Yeah, 2 separate. An interview in 2011-ish.
Yep. And then the other one's 2022.
And then an interview in so 10 years apart. 2 interviews with John Stanley, 10 years apart. He talks about his new book, The
Career That Dripped Horror.
Horror, yeah. And that was a great interview, and so I'm glad that that's included on this. So if all sounds like it's too good to be true, go down to our Square site, osi74.square.site, and pick up the Blu-ray. It's fully backed, so this is just the over-the-counter version of the Blu-ray, finally available. So it's fully packed and ready for you. War of the Planets. I also wanted to congratulate Count Gore this week. We are actually going to be filming this weekend for our episodes. And we are coming in to do our live stream on Twitch, and we're just catching up with a lot of things around here. So unfortunately, I really wanted to get to AFI Silver Spring and see The Day the Earth Stood Still, hosted by Count Gore. I caught the other 2 50th anniversary shows at AFI, and they were fantastic. If you haven't seen Count Gore present a movie, it's a treat. It's wonderful to see. He's like the video. What's the video killed the radio star? He was the first one, and he was the last one. He was one of the first. He was one of the last guys on broadcast, and he was the first guy on the internet. So Count Gore's legendary horror host, 50 years of creature feature we're celebrating. And if you haven't seen The Day the Earth Stood Still on the big screen, go to AFI Silver Spring in Maryland and have a great time. And tell Count Gore that Mr. Lobo wishes he was there. Okay. We talked about the episodes we're making. One of the episodes we're making is our Monster Kids. I'm not going to say the kids episode because it's for monster kids of all ages. It's for that weird 7 to 12-year-old inside each and every one of us. I know I never grew up, but we've been asking people to submit either videos with kids or their own kid-friendly bumpers for the kids episode, Monster Kid of All Ages episode, featuring the film Giant Monster Air-Sea Battle Superturtle Meets Shovelface, 1967. That movie is, giant Japanese monster kaiju kind of movie. If that it means anything to you, we have a song. If you would like to participate in the episode and you don't know what to do, or if you've already participated and you want something else to do, there's a song in the episode that's a sing-along. If you're interested in having your kids in the episode, possibly considered to be segmented into the sing-along portion of the episode, please contact us at osi74info@gmail.com. Am I saying this right, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you can, again, if you want to submit your video, you can send the link there. If you're interested in participating in the song portion, there's some kids that I would love to see. I'd love to see, I don't know, there's quite a few of our fans. Love to see Chris's kids, Mitch's kids. There's a lot of our fans that we haven't seen their kids in this episode yet. That would be great to get them singing the song. We'll send you the song and see if you can get them to sing. It's a little rude. There's no bad words in it, but
no worse than like you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Yeah, it's got that schoolyard kind of snark to it, but it's not. I don't think that we would have. They're not going to be. We're not asking your kids to say anything they're probably not already saying to each other on the playground. Second Chance Auction. We had an auction that we ended. Some of you are still contacting. I've been reaching out to all the people all of the items that closed on the 28th. All of the items that were won have closed, and I've reached out to those folks. If you're welcome to write us if you're confused about the initial auction, but all the people who won the items should be contacted, and we're arranging payment and shipment of those items. For those of you who and the other stuff some of the stuff didn't meet the reserve. For all the stuff that was left over, we put back up on the website because a lot of you have been asking for another shot at those items. So we have a second chance auction going on right now. There's props from Superturtle, props from the Haunted House special, props from Deadly Heroes, from Christmas Carol, from there's the Mr. Lobo cereal boxes. There's Santa Claus Conquers the Martians props. There's original one of my original ties, my old green and black striped one. Treasured ties includes some pins I got from Bob Wilkins, and my chair, my yellow chair. Not this one, not the current one we're using, but we're retiring another one of Mr. Lobo's screen-used chairs. It's been around the world and back. It's been to live shows. It's been on many episodes. It's been on a lot of Twitch streams. If you want that other chair, check it out on the Second Chance Auction, cinemainsomnia.com/auction. And we're closing it on the 14th, so hurry up. If you want to own a piece of Cinema Insomnia history. We're shooting, I mentioned we're shooting Sunday for the new episode. We're going to have Miss Wendy and Brandon in the studio, and our intrepid production assistant, April, is going to be here running the teleprompter, so that'll be fun. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to go live with behind the scenes, but who knows? We might, if we're feeling froggy, that might happen. This Saturday night, Saturday night, Bay City Rollers had a song about Saturday night. Aaron, did you know that?
Yes.
We're having a fantastic episode. I thought I wasn't going to be here, and since I'm going to be here, I decided to show one of. I love this episode because I kind of like doing the live stuff. You know, we had a really good time doing those live shows at the Bow Theater. It was insane.
Yeah.
I don't know why we tried to do 2 episodes in one day in front of an audience at the theater. It was like a fever dream. But to capture all of that was wonderful. So Teenagers from Outer Space, which is a Cinema Insomnia live episode.
I remember the double whammy with that was there was like no rehearsal. We were going to rehearse the day before, and I can't remember if you had car trouble or what.
Yeah.
Because it ended out with me and a couple of actors there, and then you guys didn't get there till right before Dan was closing up the theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 2 episodes, no rehearsal.
Yeah.
Really seat of the pants.
Yeah, but you know.
But it turned out really good.
Turned out
but
okay.
It was exhausting.
I would have loved to have a little more polish, but you know, they are 2 complete episodes,
Yep.
and we did them in front of an audience, and those who were there seemed to enjoy it. But yeah, it was crazy. I don't know if I'd ever do it like that again. But I definitely do 1 episode on stage with a rehearsal versus 2 episodes with no rehearsal. Oh well. So so join us Saturday night on Twitch, cinemainsomnia.com/Twitch for Teenagers from Outer Space. And thank you so much for joining us. We're going to go off into the Twilight Zone, and we'll see you later. All systems go.